So let me talk about the repeating numbers. And I'm having repeating coffee too. 444, 1111, 333, 555, 777. It's right on the slot machine. Repeating numbers. There has been a lot said about repeating numbers. Let me share with you how the concept first came into my understanding, and then I will share with you how it works in my life now, because I do have a relationship with it. Back in the year 2000, there was a best-selling book called The Messengers. It was about a man who, during a past life regression, remembered being the Apostle Paul. And in that book, he kept getting woken up at 4:44 in the morning, and he would write down messages on a notepad at 4:44 in the morning and go back to bed. And he'd get back the next morning, and they'd be amazed by these messages. So then it got to the point where he started seeing 444 everywhere on clocks, but he always would wake up at 4:44. That was his number, 444. I read this book, and it got into my subconscious. And I started seeing the 444 everywhere. I started waking up at 4:44 in the morning. I went into back then we had circuit cities. They no longer have them. But I walked into a circuit city, and I was walking down the aisle, and I passed the appliance section. And I turned around, and a wall of appliances were all blinking 444 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I was having a lot of these 444 experiences. Pardon me. Over time, I began to try to figure out what the spiritual meaning of the 444 was. I kept seeing it all over the place. I kept trying to figure out what the spiritual meaning of it was. So I started doing my research, and then everybody had what they thought the 444 was and what the 1111 was. They all came up with a various, Doreen Virtue had a book, these are what these mean. And so if you search a triple number right now on Google, you're going to find page after page on Google filled with pages of people giving you their understanding or meaning of the numbers. Personally, I think that any spiritual communication that comes to you comes through your own filter. So it cannot be somebody else's filter. It has to be your filter. How you process. What does 444 mean to you? The first time I heard a definition I think it was Doreen Virtue, but one of them was like 444 means the angels are near you and ready to assist. That was the first thing I heard. And I was like, oh, great. The angels are ready to assist. But then I started seeing 1111. And I talked to my friend Tim from my childhood, and he'd seen 1111 for years and couldn't figure out what he was seeing that for. And then 777 to me always meant money. I always had that slot machine. Everybody said 666 the devil. I've always kind of thought of that as materialism, the material world. The things, putting a roof over your head and money in your coffers. And in Revelations, the 666 was a reference to Nero. But in this numerology thing, it's something different. 555, I don't know. 333 has always meant Jeshua to me. 111, I think, would be a new beginning. 222, I have no idea. But these are my kind of interpretations. I think once you say to the universe that, okay, I accept numbers as a method of communication, you start getting those methods of communication. So where am I now with the numbers and the number systems and all that? When I see a set of numbers, I think, okay, I'm getting communication. Now, here's the key. If you're looking for them and you see them, I don't count those. It has to be something that hits you in the face and you feel the shift. Oh, wow, right? I was talking to my sister on the phone, and there was a big spiritual topic we were talking up, and I stopped, and the car in front of his license plate was 444. So I would find these moments, right? So now when I see the numbers, I just go, okay, there's something telling me that I'm on track. I don't even try to look into the meanings anymore because I don't really, when I see 777, I definitely think money. I still think the things that I thought, right? Now here's the weird part for me that I'm still trying to grapple with. For the past 4 months, I've been seeing a preponderance amount of 1212. No idea what that's about. Looked it up. I've heard soulmates. I've heard twin flames. I've heard, a beginning with assistance. I've heard all kinds of readings on it. I don't really know, but I am seeing it on a regular basis. So if you guys have any thoughts on that, I would love to hear your thoughts on what a 1212 means. But as far as the numbers are concerned, you really have to decipher what they mean to you. You have to, because any information that's coming to you like that is coming through your filter. You're the one who has to kind of decipher it. And once you decipher it, once you say, this is what 444 means to me, you're kind of like believing something, which is going into the source, and the source is saying, okay, that's how we communicate. 444 means this. So when you need to say this, slam a 444, right? 777 means money, all right? So when it comes down to, winning big money or having incoming money, slam on a 777. But you have to define the language. You have to give them the vocabulary so that they can go, oh, okay, because what you're actually dealing with is a collective consciousness. God is all of us. It's a collective consciousness, and you have to teach it, show it how you interpret things. I have a friend who, one of her things is finding dimes. She finds the dime, it's to her it's a sign, right? I know other people who their big thing is feathers. I get a feather, That's their method of communicating. That's the language that they've given. I know that when I'm doing energy work or spiritual work and something powerful is coming through, I have the sensation of goosebumps all over my body. Well, I have told the source, God, that I feel that way. And so it comes through and shows me that way. So as far as do I think the triple numbers are a method of communication? Absolutely. Do I think that it's up to us to decipher what we believe or what we think about these things so that the communication gets clearer? And I think that it can be a valuable tool, but never let it dictate your life. A lot of people will say, well, I can't do this until I get a 444. I have to see a sign. If you look for signs all the time, you're going to see lots of signs. Creation, manifestation begins in here, but there are no signposts to come back to here. Signs are always outside of you. You come back to here, and you get into the feeling, the understanding, the knowing, and all the signs become part of the process if you so choose. I can choose to say, 444 and my feeling means something combined. I feel the goosebumps when I see the 444, or when you guys are connecting with me that way. That's really the way I would decipher the numbers, and how I would look at the process of communicating with Source through the numbers, and to see how they're communicating with you as well. Give them the vocabulary that you personally believe about these numbers. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.